I apologize, y'all. I got to handle something right quick. Y'all watch this intro. They wait just as good as I get busy, but that's all right. Y'all watch this. I'll be right back. All right, family. Maybe I can get it together. Been waiting on these folks all day, but nevertheless, that's just life. Life be life. And don't nothing happen outside of the Most High will. Now, common ground. What do the Christians, Muslims, and Jews have in common? The Bible verse should give you a clue right there. Luke 21:24. What is the common ground when it comes to the Christian Muslims and the Jewish and the Jews. I'm talking about the Ashkenazi. Let me get on into it. All right. Done delayed enough. Let's get into it. All right, hold on. Let me see here. Let's go to the Bible first. Didn't intend to do it, but I'm here. Now, this is Luke chapter 21, verse 24. Let me do a sound check. I do a sound check, make sure everything. Chapter 21. Okay, sound good. All right. Luke 21, 24. Now, this is the end times, y'all. Okay? Take heed that you be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ. And the time draweth near, go ye not therefore after them. You just had a whole bunch of people talking about the rapture. And I'm not making fun of them, because if you don't know, you don't know, but you should know to study your Bible. If you read that Bible yourself, the Most High gonna talk to you. Why? Because the word is life and spirit. Let me show it to you. See. John 6:63. It is the spirit that quickeneth. It is the spirit that gives you life. The flesh profiteth nothing. Why? Because you're going in the ground. You're getting old, you're getting gray, and that's a good thing. The words I speak to you, they are spirit and they are life. So why don't you want to study the Bible? It's just like natural food. It's eaten. It's eaten on a spiritual level. They can't trick you. Why? Because the life right here, the words is life. The words that let me show y'all, this is the Messiah talking. The words that I speak, and remember, they are spirit and they are life. Let's go to John chapter 1 right quick. Remember. All right. In the beginning was the word, capital W. This is the Messiah. The word was with God, just like my words are with me. My words are invisible, but you can see them with your ears and comprehension of the mind. Then you can see what I'm saying and understand. All right. And the word was God. The word was with God. This is in the beginning. In the beginning, he created. All right. The same in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. How can you verify that? Genesis, let there be. Those are words. And there was confirmation. You understand? In him was life. This is the word. The word created everything, and life came forth, right? And the life was the light of men. And the light shined in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. Okay, now he's getting into John the Baptist. Okay, bearing witness of the Messiah. All right. Now let's go back to, let me see here. Let's go back one page. It is the spirit that giveth life. Just like in the beginning, so it is now. The flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak to you, they are spirit and they are life. See, it's a lot of time we get caught up in trying to get earthly things, which we're going to leave here when we die. Let's get back to this. Let's Luke 21, 24. All right. All right, hold on. Now, notice the Messiah said, these be the days of vengeance upon the nation of Israel. Okay? Remember, we said his blood be on us and our children. Let me show that to y'all. Hold on. Let me slow down a little bit. His blood be on us. I got to get more specific. Hold on. Let me go back one. Right here. Let's go bring it on in and go narrow it down. Right here, Matthew 27, 25. Pilate trying to let the Messiah go. And our people said his blood be on us and our children. And you think And you think there was no consequence for speaking boldly like that against the Messiah? And you think, and you wondering why we in the position we in? This is why. But it's okay. We're at the end of it. Okay. Then all the people and said, his blood be on us. Then answered all the people and said, his blood be on us and our children. Curse the whole bloodline. Now, let me go back. Okay, now, the days of vengeance. Okay, for these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people. And look, this is before the worldwide slave trade. It wasn't even, it's world war. It ain't no trade. Genocide, human trafficking. How about that? Right here in the Bible, human trafficking and genocide. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down by the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. I asked earlier, what is the common ground between Christian, Muslims, and Jews? Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Now, the history of Christian, Muslim, and Jewish involvement in slavery. For much of history, Christian, Muslim, and Jews have all been involved in slavery, both as owners and victims. Religious texts from all three traditions regulated and permitted slavery, though the specific laws and practices evolved over time. In the modern era, abolitionist movement emerged from within each faith, being often citing religious morality and to condemn the practice. Okay. Okay. Now how? Let me see. So let me show you something else they got a common ground on. Okay, hold on. I'm getting my ducks in a row. All right. It's gonna get, well, it's already serious. Okay, let's do it this line. Here we go. Now, Luke 21:24. Let me go back. Says Jerusalem gonna be trampled down in the control of and the possession of Gentiles until they end are fulfilled. Okay. Oh, y'all can't see that right here. Luke 21:24. Okay, this is what you do. You kill a people and you scatter them worldwide, and then you take over their land. You got Christian, Muslims, and Jews over there right to this day. I want y'all to see this Bible. Okay? Only those names who written in the book of the life. Because anybody else, they can't receive it no way. But all right, let me get back to here. Now, here we go. You got Christian churches over there. Gentiles. The scripture is verifying. If you're looking at the wrong people, everything else is going to be wrong. The Bible prophecy is going to be wrong. Why? Because you're looking at the wrong clock. Okay? How is the nation of Israel back home and Gentiles still over there? They over there giving out what they having. They having tourist destinations. They over there, what they call that, tourism is a big thing. They over there right now fighting amongst themselves and trying to put up beachfront property. Okay. The church. Now I'm gonna see who founded this church, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Let me see. Look, while I'm on it, who founded Who founded it? Fourth century A.D. Constantine. So you got a Gentile founding the church. Ain't we went down this rabbit hole together. So how is them people back over there and all them Gentiles over there with them? Let me go back in case y'all it ain't sinking in yet. Be like a jackhammer. This is the Messiah giving the end time prophecy. Luke chapter 21. Let's scroll down to 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword. It's got to be plenty of you. And you going into captivity into all nations. The Arab slave trade going east, so-called Christian and going west. And Jerusalem, I just showed you a church that Constantine founded, a Gentile, and they still over there in possession of it to this day. Shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentile is finished. This ain't no game. You get it right or you gonna get left. The choice gonna be yours. All right. Who recently embraced Christianity? No, yeah, he embraced it and colonized it and infiltrated it and put paganism in it. He ain't embraced nothing. First of all, the Messiah didn't start a religion called Christianity. It's just you do the Bible, you do the word, you do what the word say, and that's it. Don't put no label on something that the Most High made. He didn't put a label on it. Okay. Ordered the construction of the grand church at the site believed to be the location of Jesus' crucifixion and burial. The church was built upon the remain of earlier structures, encompassed both Golgotha and the tomb. Let me get another witness in case this ain't right. Let me see what the Encyclopedia Britannica gonna say. Built upon the traditional site of Jesus' crucifixion and burial. Okay, so far they bearing witness with each other. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre lies in the northeast quarter of the old city of Jerusalem. Constantine the Great first built a church on the site. All right. Now let's keep going. You can hate the truth all you want to. That just means you just hellbound. You can't receive the truth. Okay? All right, let me keep going. Hold on, y'all. Okay, now you got mosque. How is the Most High done freed his people and you got mosque over there? Huh? Y'all better start asking some questions if you plan on living forever in the kingdom with the Most High. Better start asking some questions. If you going in the church or sitting up under somebody and you can't ask questions, you need to get out from among them. Because the Most High is not the author of confusion. Okay? Now, this page attempts to not only one mosque, this is several. All these people, these different religions had their hand and scattered. I'm going to get to it in the Bible. Scattering us worldwide. This page attempts to enlist all the mosques in the city of Jerusalem. Let me go back. I'm going to keep playing back this back in your mind. Luke 21:24. Jerusalem shall be in the possession of, the control of, in the power of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles are finished. Going back. Okay. All right. You got all these mosques in Jerusalem. You got Constantine founded the church. Gentile. You got Gentile Arabs over there. And you got German Gentiles talking about they Jews. Matter, you said prove it. Let me give you the language then. How about that? Let me give you the language. Let me give you the language. Let me give you one witness right here. historically Judeo-German, Ashkenazi, Nazi, German, a Gentile, mixed in with Edom. They mixed in with Edom. Okay, that one witness. I was gonna show you Ashkenaz, but I still show it to you in the Bible. Genesis 10. This is called truth speech. It ain't hate speech unless you hate the truth. All right. The sons of Japheth, Gomer and Magog and Medai and Javan and Tubal, Meshach and Tirah. And the son of Gomer, Ashkenaz, descendant of Japheth, Gentile. Witness number 2. And number 3 is they come out of Europe and every place else. All right, now go back to that. Now you got synagogues. If the people ain't in the land, then who's running? Who is running these synagogues? Y'all know who. All right. The Arabs, see, they over there fighting each other. Arab, Israeli. Notice they don't call themselves Israelite. They call themselves Israelite. Okay. They don't call themselves Jew. They call themselves Jewish. Now y'all know what ish means. Suffix. A characteristic of. That means they are not. Oh, y'all can't see that. Look, the ish suffix, the characteristic, that means you boys, you look like a boy, you act like a boy. That don't mean you're a boy. Okay. Purplish. It looks purple, but it's not purple. Darkish. Y'all get it. So what is a Jewish? The practices and customs. But that don't make it you. All right, let me keep going. All right, now. It originated in the 9th century, Central Europe, and provided the Nazi and Ashkenazi community with the vernacular based on High German fused with the elements taken in Hebrew. Okay, now, if these people didn't go into captivity and wasn't forced to learn another language, then what happened? Huh? They didn't go into captivity and they wasn't forced to learn another language. What happened? I'm asking questions. Because the real people went captive in, okay, in the all nations, okay. What group of people done went into slavery into every nation on earth? What group of people is an ancient people with a new term like a Jamaican, a Nigerian, an African American, a Brazilian? Huh? That's how you hide folks. You relabel, you rename. You hide them in plain sight because the Most High won't let you kill us all. You trying. All right, let's get to the, let me see. Now, I went over the mosque then. Yeah. Now, let's get to the Bible. Let me close some of these tabs. Let me see. Y'all mighty quiet. Let me see here. That's all right. You ain't got to say nothing. You got questions, just feel free. All right. Now, let me show y'all this. Let me see. Is it Joel chapter 3? Let me see. Is it Joel chapter 3? Yeah. Joel chapter 3. Now, y'all see that? Y'all can see that. Okay. This is the end time prophecy. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. This is the other 11 tribes. Okay, where the other 11 tribes at then? If the Israelites are back at home, where are the other 11? It was 12 tribes. Them folk, it ain't enough for them. It ain't enough for them to be one tribe. I'm asking questions. I will also gather all nations. That's why this world is in turmoil right now. Worried about what's coming in the sky. I'm not worried about it. Well, I'm not ignoring it because I'm living the word. Okay? That's why I'm not worried about it. And we'll bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat and plead with them there for my people and for my heritage. But if you let the colonizers in Jerusalem now tell you he done did away with Israel. Israel is spiritual now. Oh, did the Israel die? You say Israel is spiritual. All of them dead now? Huh? And find spiritual Israel in the Bible. It's not in the Bible. And let me keep going. Whom they scattered among the nations and parted my land. These folks been scattering us and stealing our land, and they still do it now. Now they use things like eminent domain. Up, this land valuable. We gonna take your land, and you gonna have to move. They still doing it. All right. They have cast lots for my people and given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they may drink. Now I looked at her. I said, I did it once. I saw that. I said, did they trade wine in the slave trade? Was wine traded in slave trade? And look, and lo and behold, yes, wine was part of the transatlantic slave trade, particularly as part of the triangular trade route where European goods, including wine, were exchanged for enslaved Africans. The trade involves shipping wine and other manufactured goods from Europe to Africa, where they traded for slaves who were then transported to the Americas. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. This is Joel. That's that Joel chapter 3. Oh, okay. Okay. They have look. They had scattered. The Israelites were scattered among the nations. They over there right now occupying our land. And look, they cast lots. They bidding. They bidding. You know, like you go to the auction. Anyway, and have given a boy for a hooker and sold a girl for wine that they may drink. Yea, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon and all the coastlines of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? How you gonna repay the Most High? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, I will return it. I will return your recompense upon your own head. Let me look that up. I might have got something wrong. I might have misspoke. Let me see here. Let me see. Joel chapter 3, verse 4. Okay. A recompense. Let's see what that means. Recompense, benefit. Let me get another clear definition. Since I'm over here with this dictionary already up, let me see what this is. Recompense, that's the word I'm looking. I misspelled it. Okay. To give something by way of compensation. Yeah, how you gonna pay him back? You can't. Yeah, how you gonna pay? I read it right. How you gonna pay him? How you gonna pay? You can't. All right. You said, what will you give me? How you gonna repay me? And if you recompense me swiftly, think about it. Why would the Most High buy back his own people? Think about that one, family. Why would he buy? What would you buy back something somebody stole from you? Huh? It's like he's mocking them. Swiftly and speedily I will return your recompense upon your own head, because ye have taken my silver, my gold, and carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians. I did a previous lesson about the Greeks, the clan. That's a Greek word. You got Greek sororities. These folks, the Romans and the Greeks are intermingled. Thus, you have this. Thus, you have this. The Greco-Roman. It ain't Roman. It ain't Roman Greco. It's Greco-Roman. Boy, this Bible is talking today, ain't it? This Bible talking today, ain't it? It's talking every day. But yeah, there you go. But let me get back to the Bible. You can look that up yourself. You want to know more, you can pause and look it up yourself. That's what I used to do. When I was first learning this stuff, I used to pause the video and write down it right then. But anyway, that's how I done it. But now, you have sold the children of Judah and Jerusalem, have ye sold to the Grecians, that ye may remove them far from their border. Let me see here. I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see what I'm saying. I want y'all to see what I'm saying. Let me see here. Let me type in World Map. That's better. That's better. All right. It's a little blurry. Well, let's do it like this. Israel way over here. And we've been scattered worldwide. It don't matter if you go to Russia. It don't matter. You still far away from home. It don't matter. You still far away from home. It don't just yeah. Okay. Nope. Still far away from home. Okay. It don't matter. But let's keep going for time's sake. All right. The children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye may remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place where ye have sold. That's why they scared to let us progress. The Most High gonna raise us up. Whether you have sold them, and return your recompense upon your own head. Yeah, Y'all got a compensation coming. You wicked demons. Y'all got a compensation. I'm looking forward to y'all compensation. My people is looking forward to y'all getting paid. You demons been working hard for this payment. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all the fruits of y'all labor. And look, this is the Most High saying, I will sell your sons and your daughter into the hands of the children of Judah, and they will sell them to the Sabaeans. I don't really want to be around. I'll give you right on to somebody else. I don't want to deal with y'all. Y'all been here. I don't want to be around y'all. I don't hate you, but doggone it, it's too much stuff going on with y'all. I do my own work just for peace. Peace of mind. And sell them to the Sabaeans, to a people far off. Look, we were scattered far off. Y'all going far off. Yahweh has spoken it. All right. Let me go proclaim this to the Gentiles that's over there in this land right now. You Christian, Muslims, and so-called Ish community, prepare war. Y'all like fighting and killing. That should be right up y'all alley. Prepare for war. Wake up your mighty man and let all the men of war get close. He gonna give you what you're looking for. Now, let me give it to you in Revelation. Let me give you another witness that y'all going into captivity, you wicked demons. You wicked demons. Yeah, y'all think y'all special. Okay. Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that kills with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and faith of the saints. Oh, we believe and we waiting on it. we looking forward to y'all compensation. We patiently waiting on y'all payday. Yeah. All right. Let me. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we patiently waiting on y'all payday. Yeah, this y'all won't stop. But anyway, let me keep going. All right, let me see here. Which way am I gonna go now? Okay, I read Job chapter 3. Let's go to Psalm 83. How about that? Psalm 83. Wait a minute, it was another one I had too. Hold on. Okay, let's go to Psalm 83. Okay, a song or psalm of Asaph. Keep not thy silence. Who is known for singing? What group of people is known for singing? Huh? What group of people are still known for singing to this day? Moving right along. Keep not your silence, O Yah. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yah. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. They plotting and planning. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. They getting in these think tanks. They getting in the legislature. They making laws. They got the legislative, the executive, and and the it's three branches: the legislative, executive, that's the president, and legislator. And there's one, the Supreme Court, yeah, judicial, whatever it is, and have consulted against our hidden ones. I just showed you where we hid. You got an ancient people with new names. Your blood is older than those new terms. You're scattered worldwide with a new term. African American, that's new. Black, that's new. Jamaican, that's new. Haitian, that's new. How did you get on them? How did you get on them islands? You wasn't there before slavery. You wasn't on them lands. You were scattered. See, how did Yasuke get in Japan? He was a Catholic priest. Sold Yasuke. The Japanese samurai sold him to some Japanese. That's how he got over there in the East. Yeah. All right. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation. And that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Now they put the I on there. Israel lie. May be no more in remembrance. They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and Ishmaelites, and Moab, and the Hagarenes. Okay, Ishmaelites. These are descendants of Abraham and Hagar. Yeah. And these two. These probably Hagarenes, I believe, are children of the Ishmaelites, but nevertheless, they're Arabs. Okay, you got Edom. He mixed in with them. Right away, Esau married people that was not of the house of Israel. Right away, people are saying he's this one and that. And he's all of them because he had children, and all of them is mixing in. They mix with different nations. Okay, but let me keep going. Now, I just showed you Psalms 83. Okay, tabernacles of Edom and Ishmaelites. Let's look up some of this stuff. Yeah, bear with me. I said, who are the Hagarenes today? That's Hagar. And her and Abraham had a son named Ishmael. There are no modern nations or people who identify as Hagarenes today. The name of the culture of the historical Hagarenes or Hagarites have long since disappeared. The term linked to Hagar and Ishmael. See that? I'm just showing you the bloodline. All right. Was used by ancient sources to describe various Arab groups, but their descendants were likely assimilated into broader Arab or Islamic population. I'm just showing you, okay? Let me move right along. Let me move on. Let me get this. I know it ain't in no particular order, but the so-called Abrahamic faith. When I read this definition, I peeped the lie. Denoting any and all of the nations, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, that revere Abraham, the biblical patriarch. How can you revere Abraham when you got his descendants in slavery? Huh? How do you revere Abraham when you over there sitting in Abraham's children's land? See that? When I read, I immediately spotted the lie. I didn't have to. I spotted the lie right off. But nevertheless, that's what it says. Now, let's get into the common ground of the so-called Ish community, the Muslim community, and the Christian. It's more common ground, and the Christian community. All right. Y'all see what it says up there? Throughout history, some Jewish people, like members of many other ethnic and religious groups, participated in buying, selling, and ownership of slaves. Now look, since these people own a lot of stuff, look, you're gonna see this. You're not gonna see, you're gonna see this. what they do, it just soften, make you look like it's just they try to soften the blow, try to pretty it up, try to put perfume on poop. Theorists have falsely claimed that Jews dominated the slave trade. It don't matter. If you got your hand in wickedness, it don't matter. But academic consensus based on historical research show this is not true. I just see one big enemy. That's what I see. I see one big enemy. I'm not going, when I'm looking at the enemy, I'm not going to try to figure out which one of their enemy, which one of my enemies is part of their Air Force. I'm not trying to figure that out. I'm looking at which one is right here, right now, that I need to deal with right now. I'm not trying to figure out which one of their enemies don't want to kill me. But nevertheless, I'll let them fight over that. Now, participation in the transatlantic slave trade, minority role. See how they downplaying it? The notion that 1948ers control or played a dominant role in the transatlantic slave trade is false. Historians agree that the overall involvement was small relative to their population size and was overshadowed by major players like British and Portuguese. One quick thing, they wasn't forcing us into Judaism. They were forcing us into Catholicism. That's all I'm going to say on that. Now, Dutch trade. Merchants participated in the Dutch Empire, had a more prominent role than in the Anglo-American trade. So how is you going to be in this? How is you going to have a small, play in the slave, in the human trafficking, when you in the Dutch trade and you in the transatlantic? I'm trying to figure that one out. In Dutch colonies like Suriname and Caribbean island of Curaçao, the merchants were involved in the trade and resale of enslaved people. They all in the Caribbean, they all in the Dutch, but hey, okay. All right, but anyway, let me keep going. Y'all can look it up and read yourself. Let's get to the Arab slave traders. All right. Arab slave traders were involved in several historical slave trades, including the Trans-Saharan Indian Ocean and Red Sea. This is worldwide. This is the East. Let's go back to this Bible verse. I'm going to paint it. I'm going to put it back up here till it be seared in your mind. Okay? They shall fall by the edge of the sword. You're being genocide and led away captive into all nations, East and West, historically. You had the so-called the Rev 29 and 39 and the Christians and the Muslims running the show. And right now they in Jerusalem. Right now, those same folks in Jerusalem right now, after they mass genocided and scattered us worldwide. Y'all can't see that. They in the land right now. They right now. Let me see here. All right, now let's read. Let's start back over. The Arab slave trade, Y'all see this? And then it went on for 1,200 years. 1,200 years now. Networks in the North Africa, Middle East, as far as the Southeast Asian, Indian Ocean islands. The Bible said we're going to be scattered worldwide, and that's what happened. The trade, which primarily used chattel slavery, that means you less than an animal. That's what that means. That means you less than livestock. Lasted for centuries, involved Arab, Berber, and sub-Saharan merchants, with estimates suggesting millions of people enslaved over 12. I submit to you billions. How you gonna be doing this for 1,200 years? Anyway, all right. Let me move on. Y'all can research that yourself. Yeah, they don't talk about this too much. But let me move on. This is something else. Oh, yeah, I need to show y'all that this went on for 1,200 years. Hold on. It went on for 1,200 years. Meant to show y'all that. It was 1,200 years I read earlier. I don't know where it's at. But anyway, let me get back over here. Now, you wonder how come the Middle East is pale now? Because they was castrating our people. Not only that, they was killing and castrating. That's why folks over there talking about they the original Egyptian. Anybody black or dark skin, they was castrating and killing. Shalom, Uncle Amnon and Brenda Hill. I just not look at y'all comment. Anybody over there not that you wonder how they get white over there? That's how. Genocide, captivity. That's how. You look over there, they talking about we've been here for thousands of years. That's partially true because the Arab slave trade was going on with 1,200 years? And then the French went over there. They first started with the Greeks. How else did you get Alexandria, Egypt? Alexander the Great, the Greek. Yeah, the whitening started right then. Okay? I'm just showing you how this Bible is. Y'all better wake up. Y'all can play around if you want to. You can play around if you want to. I'm not playing around. Y'all see this Bible is talking, and it is. I don't know what else to tell you. Ain't nothing I can tell you. Okay, now. Yet the Arabs, let me see. Okay. A significant number of studies have been devoted to the transatlantic slave trade, but paradoxically, the issue of the Eastern and trans-Saharan slave trade organized by the Arabs remain unknown. It even seems deliberately ignored and considered a taboo. I wonder why. Why is they so openly broadcast what the Europeans done, and this right here is on the low-key hush? I've been trying to figure that out for a minute. But we're gonna tell it all. Because y'all got a payday coming. You got to get your check. You've been sowing, it's time to reap. Yet the Arab slave trade, a major component of African history, lasted more than 13 centuries. 1,300 years. 1,300 years. And you wonder how come there's white folks over there in Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and Iran, and you wondering why. I just stumbled upon this today. You understand? I'm learning as I go. The Most High give me something. I had time today, and I put in, okay? And it began in the early 7th century and continued in one form or another to the 1960s. They still over there. They still over there doing it today. Do y'all know that they still over there? Them racist, pale Arabs over there still doing slavery. Them Africans go over there to work and they take their passports. They still doing it. Obama killed Gaddafi and they started the Muslims didn't waste no time getting some more slaves. Okay? But anyway, let me see how long I've been going. See how long I've been going. I've been going about an hour. Okay. I think that's about enough. Let me make sure I ain't forgot nothing. Yep. And it goes back to Herod. Herod was an Edomite, descendant of Esau. That's why Herod was trying to kill the Messiah. Let me see, can I find that right quick? Let me see if I got it. Hold on. Yeah, this is it. This is some of it. Edomites were not specifically classified as either Pharisee or Sadducee, but some Edomites, particularly during the time of Herod, see that? Herod was an Edomite. This is showing you that they was in Jerusalem during the time of Messiah. Okay? Were integrated. So they were some Pharisees and Sadducees. They were integrated into Jewish society and may have held position within these groups. The Edomites, also known as Idumeans, were historically distinct but interacted with Jewish communities. Now, when you go to these black folks, but nevertheless, you have to reverse think this. Now, let me show you one example of how you know the Edomites was over there. Let me see. John 8:41. Hold on. Okay. Let me go to the whole chapter. Maybe it's 36. I'm finna bring this to an end. Okay. I'm missing something. Slow down. Y'all bear with me. Okay? Hold on. I'm slowing the lesson down. Not intended. But anyway, he was talking to the scribes and Pharisees that were trying to kill him. Okay. I was right. That's why I had to slow down. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I was right. All right. Okay. Then Yeshua said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, whosoever committed sin is the servant of sin. And the servant abideth not in the house forever, but the Son abideth forever. If the Son therefore make you free, you shall be free indeed. I know you are Abraham's seed, but you seek to kill me. Hold on. I still missed it. Let me just. I think what it is, I be using different versions of the Bible, and it's making it harder for me. But nevertheless, okay, John 8:33. All right. All right, let me just start at 31. John, y'all bear with, I'm going to wrap this up. And then said Yeshua to the Jews, you believe, which believed on him. If ye continue in my word, remember, the word are life, and they are spirit. Remember, I read that to you earlier in the video. Then are ye my disciples. You got to do what the word say. If you ain't doing what the word say, you ain't his disciple. All right, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. These are scribes and Pharisees right here. Okay, just go up. These are scribes and Pharisees. They answered him, we be Abraham's seed, and were never in bondage to any man. Now, these are Edomites. They are descendants of Abraham, but they never been into captivity. These ain't Israelites. Israelites been in captivity after captivity, after captivity, after captivity, after captivity, and in captivity right now. Ain't no pale people gonna survive captivity after captivity, after captivity, after captivity, and in captivity now with recessive genes. It ain't gonna happen. That's why they running around trying to kill everybody and control our numbers. The gig is up. Y'all ain't us. The Bible talk about you, but y'all ain't the people of the book. All right. Then Yeshua said unto them, verily I say unto you, whosoever committed sin is the servant of it. And the servant abideth not in the house forever, but the son abideth forever. But I just wanted to show y'all. These are scribes, and these are Edomites. They are descendants. Remember, Esau was Jacob's brother. Okay? And they right there in Jerusalem, right there. Right there. And you didn't have the Christians wasn't there yet, but you had the Gentile Romans. The Romans right there, still there. And you got the Edomites, they still there. You didn't have Muslims there at that time, but you had Arabs. You had Arabs. All them people were right there, and they still there to this day. That's what I want y'all to see. Okay? That's what I want y'all to see. Let me see here. Shalom, family. Thank y'all for joining in. If y'all would, just, if you miss something. But yeah, the common ground. You see the Christian cross, the Jewish star, and the Muslim, you got the Muslim moon. You got the Muslim mosque right here below the slave back. You got your so-called rabbis and the Christian church right there in Jerusalem. And Luke 21:24 told you the Gentiles were going to be over there till the end. They still there. How you going to get around that? Love y'all, family. And see y'all on the next one. Shalom. Shalom.